Geordie, we are back for big things coming. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Not too bad.
That's good. That's good.
Loving life. Loving life.
I love that.
What have we got on the show today, guys? Who have we got?
The most
that'll be me.
interesting people.
You know, let me rephrase that, all right? You know, this guy is a long time friend of mine.
Give us the rundown, Johnny.
Yeah, this guy I've known for many years. We run into each other one day. I can't remember how. It was in Mandurah. I think I just finished playing a poker tournament or something. And next thing you know, I was at his house. We're having a couple of beers, talking music.
Yeah, this is true.
And he told me his life story. And I'm telling you right now, this gentleman right here, Chris Roe, Breakneck Studios. Woo. He has got an incredible story for us.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. Thanks for coming on
How
today,
you doing,
Chris.
buddy?
Yeah, really good, man. Thanks for having us.
Nah, too easy, bro.
Pleasure.
Like, yeah, like as soon as I started this podcast and you and I were messaging each other, I was like, man, you know what? We've got to get your story out to the world somehow.
Yeah, it's pretty out there for sure.
Let's.
You gave us like a
Yeah, I
third
gave you
rundown,
a little
just the little
piece of it.
tidbits of it. I was like, what?
Literally.
So let's get into it, man. Like, you feel okay to discuss?
Yeah, man, of course.
Yeah. All right. So talk us through why it's called Breakneck Studios.
Well, that's a bit of a no-brainer, really. Yeah, because about 8 years ago, I snapped my neck. And yeah,
How'd you do it, man? How'd you go?
I was at the Armadale water slides with my kids, and there's this one. It's like the speed slide. It's like you got to go down head first, and it's super fast. And so I went flying down this thing. It was actually we were about to go after that. It was like the last run for the day. And like there was a bunch of teenagers that went down before me on like the other side. And, they went down in a group like you do. So it just so happened that when they got out, where their exit is, they've got to walk past the exit of my slide.
Yep.
And so they were just walking past like a brick wall, and I came flying out and just smashed into them head first.
Oh, my gosh.
Man.
Yeah.
So you broke your neck.
Yeah, man. C6 and C7 was like fractured. I was like instantly paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, my gosh.
Like this arm was only working a little bit. I'm like, it's only like knee high water, right? So I couldn't even get my head up. I've sort of, I'm conscious, sort of thing, and I'm going, I can't move. No, my legs can't feel my legs. And then so like I'm sort of wriggling over, and I'm tapping these dudes on the legs, and they're just turning around like going, What's
wrong?
What's this tattoo dude tapping me on the legs like a weirdo, just stepping back away from me.
Yeah.
And I've sort of made my way over to like the edge of the pool, but like my hands weren't working very good, so like I'm trying to pull myself up, and I just couldn't, So I'm sitting there. It was actually like super calm. Like people say when you drown, it's like pretty calm. It was. I was just like, oh shit.
So that's like an NDE, like a near-death experience.
Well, like I came to about half an hour later, just surrounded by all the paramedics and everything, and all the the ambulance drivers and that, and just couldn't move my legs, just freaking out, just in the it's the only like kind of saving grace, as it were, was like they're telling me to look up at the top of the ambulance, and they're like squeezing my toe, and they're going, "What toe is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's my left pinky toe," So I think, "What about this one?" "Oh, it's my second." So even though I couldn't move, I could feel
it.
Just had some form of sensation, feeling.
A bit of hope,
Yeah.
So then,
So can I just ask? So you came down, you banged into these people. They didn't help you, and then you were underwater. So like drowned.
Yeah, because it basically would look weird as well, because like my daughter and my girlfriend at the time were they were on the edge of the pool, and they were watching me zigzag along, but they didn't see the impact, right? Because they were watching something else, and I'm a bit of a larrikin, so like they just thought I was mucking around,
Oh my gosh!
And so it wasn't until the last thing I remember doing, I thought. Like before I lost consciousness, was like if I do that floating thing, when you're a kid and you float.
Oh, the dead man float.
Yeah, the dead man float. I thought if I do that, someone's going to take me seriously.
Yeah, exactly right.
So that was the last thing I remember doing. And luckily enough, after speaking to some more people, apparently you sink to the bottom first, and like for a while before you do that float up thing.
Okay.
So if I hadn't done that, then who knows? But
That's crazy.
I'm like, I just need to take a second because it's a
Yeah.
it's a lot to digest.
Yeah, it was full on. It was bizarre.
So how are you as far as like the recovery process going?
Well, that was long and super slow. Like well, they didn't even know if I was going to walk again or not. And,
that's nuts.
And like because I got a titanium plate in my neck, you can see that scar there.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's on that side. I can't remember.
I see.
I got scars as well, in my
Yeah,
neck, but it's not from titanium.
But yeah, they had to like literally move my voice box over to screw the plate in. So, so they said, you know, you might not ever talk again, you know, like let alone sing. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, if I had the choice, I'd choose to still be in a wheelchair but have full mobility in my hands again. But I mean, I'm rocking at about 70%, 80%, like as far as. But yeah, no, like you know, I was putting on a brave face. Everything was pretty cool, but like the worst moment was when I got out of hospital. The first thing I did is I wheeled myself up to my piano, right, in my wheelchair, and I've just gone to play. It's just like, I just go,
heartbreak.
Yeah, man, I broke down, man. Just started bawling. It was terrible.
I think that's every musician's worst nightmare, to be able to wake up and not be able to play.
Right.
Dude,
Like that's what keeps you alive. You know, is
absolutely.
It
your
was absolutely devastating.
How long after?
This
so
gives me
were you in the
shivers.
hospital, like, and then you got released, and then how long was that sort of time?
Well, it was literally like the day I got the first thing I did when I got home, when they wheeled me in, I just wheeled straight up to my piano.
How long had you been in the hospital?
Oh, a couple of months. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
My legs had started moving a bit by then, so I was slowly learning how to walk again, but still mainly in a wheelchair. But then, so then the OT people started coming to the house to because they had you doing all sorts of stuff, you know, like tea towels, rolling them up and pulling pegs out, and you know, like trying to, you know, like I couldn't even
exercises.
to get your
You find
dexterity
motor
going
skills
again.
up again.
Like I literally couldn't even like pull like with my left hand, no, my right hand. I couldn't even pull these pegs out. You know, at the start it was really bad.
Shame.
But so they had all these really boring, you know, like OT activities to do. But when the lady first rocked up to my house, you know, she saw all my guitars and everything all over the walls and the piano. She goes, "Oh, you play piano?" I went, "Used to, you know, not anymore." And she goes, "Oh, you know, play me something." And I went, "All right." And so I got up there and you know, went, and she filmed it, right? And she goes, "Just keep trying to play it." And then she she came back a week later and went, "How's it all going?" I said, "Rubbish, you know, it's crap." She goes, "Play me something again." So I did. And then she goes, "Look, this is you last week, and now this is you this week." And I was like, "Oh, dude."
Oh, you saw improvement in 1 week?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm like, "Oh, this is
That
cool."
little fire inside of you just ignited again.
Yeah,
it's
it was
like,
awesome.
I've still got this. I've still got this, baby. Yeah.
So I mean, guitar was still horrible, but I bought myself a little ukulele.
Oh, yeah.
And like you know, started like hammering out a few chords on that, and sort of that started. To get
I
a
could
lot
never get the
smoother.
ukulele.
Dude, it's
like,
so easy.
I know. Like,
It's so easy.
I don't know what it is. Like,
I've got this thing I do, right, where it's like I don't care how like musically inept you are.
Yeah.
I can teach anyone to play a song on the ukulele in less than 10 minutes. Like
You're on.
yeah. You know what?
I would take the challenge.
You know what?
I've
Like,
never picked up a uke. So.
Next time, I reckon, because we're going to get a second episode of this guy in the future sometime.
Oh, definitely.
Right? I reckon next time you bring a ukulele
of course,
in, and if we can actually play something between us three, I'll buy you a carton of beer.
But like,
Right.
what if, because okay, background, I'm right-handed for writing, but every single other thing in my life, I'm left-handed. So I play guitar left-handed.
That's fine.
It is?
One of my daughters is lefty, and one of
Okay.
my daughters is righty. So
Okay.
I've got left-handed ukuleles, I've got
Oh,
right-handed
look,
ukuleles.
he got it
I've
all.
got
Bloody
left-handed
amazing.
guitars, right-handed guitars,
right.
I've got whatever you know.
We're down.
So, Breakneck Studios.
Yes.
Right? Like, so you've got your own personal studio now. Like, how long's that been running for?
About 3 years now, maybe 2 or 3 years. It's like when I bought a house in Baldivis, and the first thing I did was just convert the room right opposite mine just into a full recording studio. It's like, it's compact, it's small, but it's a room inside a room. You know, like you can be as loud as you want all day,
Awesome.
every day. It's
Awesome.
Yeah, just it's.
I think
decked
that's
out,
the first thing I did when I moved into my new house with my fiance as well. Like, we were walking in, the house is empty, and I'm just like, this is my music room.
Yeah,
It's literally the first thing I set up in
it's
every house that I move into.
It's the theatre room
like,
now.
I don't care about the bed. I can sleep on the ground, but my music room has to be set up before anything. I don't care what you're going to eat out of. I don't care. I need my music room and a piano.
Before the cats, before the dog, before
Absolutely.
clothes. You know, the guitar's first.
So you were saying you play piano and guitar, so you're a long time.
And ukulele.
And ukulele.
Yes.
So you're a long time musician?
Yeah, I've been playing since I was little. Like, my family's really musical. Like, my uncles play. My Uncle Gary, actually, shout out to my Uncle Gary. I call him Sensei. He's a lefty as well, which was really cool because, like teaching me, instead of sort of looking over like that, it was like a mirror image. So you can just sort of like.
I found that with lefties as well. It's so much easier to jam with them when they are left-handed because I'm right-handed.
Yeah, so
and
it is.
It's just mirrored.
You don't have to sort of like translate it.
Like play it upside down.
I used to, like when I was a kid, my dad played guitar as well, and I just grabbed his acoustic and would just play it upside down, back to front. You know what I mean, like Jimi Hendrix.
Like
stuff.
Jimi Hendrix.
And my dad was like, I can't teach you if you're not going to play it right. I was like, I don't need your help. I'll do it myself. And then I didn't actually change the strings around until I was about, 18.
Yeah.
So I'd learned it that way. Then my brain had to get it in the other way. And yeah, it's weird.
Have you many releases out, or are you performing? You be more performer. Sorry,
I do hardly any performing these days. Like I did a gig, just an acoustic gig, a Sunday session in Mandurah about a year ago now. But like setting everything up like by myself, sort of thing, because my mobility is still not the best. And that was a bit of a nightmare. It's like a big effort. Like once I got everything in the car and down there, that was cool. Everyone sort of helped me unload it and helped me load it back up again. But it was just exhausting. You know.
Do you have many like studio prior to all the accidents and such?
Because when back in the day when I was in a band, Elysium, we were pretty much a metal band, and we went in a bunch of competitions like
like Triple J and stuff.
We did a Triple J live at the Wireless thing. That wasn't really a competition. I don't even know how we got that. Just, our manager at the time.
Triple J, man.
Triple J live at the Wireless. You've got to go to ABC Studios and record 4 songs live. Like this is cool. Sure,
that's bloody awesome.
Yeah, it was really, I got to go. This is Chris Roe from Elysium, and you're listening to Triple J. It was a buzz, but we went in this like the first Gozzy Rock we went into when we were in under 18s, and we won that. Our guitarist got best musician of that. We won some studio time. Just did a little EP, you know. We're just kids, you know. And then a couple of years later, we went in again with the over 18s. Same thing. We just clean sweeped it. Won best band, best original song.
That's fantastic.
And best musician, but it was our bass player this time. He was just a slap king.
Awesome.
Super fun.
So you had the experience of entering competitions and doing really well with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, from when we were like teenagers, you know.
And you got recording time as a.
Yeah, we got recording time at Princehead Studio in Freo for the first one when we were teenagers, and then the next one I forget what studio it was that we did it, but we did like a 11 song album. Got signed to Embryo Records. I don't even know if they're still around anymore, but they were like a local.
No, they're fully grown adults now.
I see what you did there. Jeez, Mel.
Come on.
That was good. Come on.
That was really good.
Jordan 1, Mel 1, Johnny 0. We're still keeping count.
Catch up, bro. Catch
up. We released that, and because we were in the the competition vibe mindset. One of the bands we used to play with around town a lot was called Freud's Pillow. They were like wicked funk band back at the time.
Yeah.
They had like these 2 guys in it, Cavi and Templey and Joel. Joel was playing the drums for them, and they ended up they were wicked funk, just awesome. And then the 2 of them grabbed another dude called Stu and put together this little 3-piece 4-chord pop band called Eskimo Joe.
Oh wow!
I was going to say, this sounds a lot like your embarrassing story that you told me over the weekend. Keep going, man.
They so they went in the campus band competition and cleaned up in Perth, and then went and won the Australian level of it, and became basically one of the biggest bands in Australia. They were huge. And so we've been in a bunch of competitions, and we thought maybe we can do that.
Yeah.
But you had to have someone in uni to do it. And none of us were in uni, so I went,
Sign me up.
Yeah, I'll enroll uni. So
I'll get a hex fee. Let's go.
I went to like 2 lectures, like stayed about 15 minutes for both, and then forgot to unenroll and got a massive hex.
No!
It was the most expensive bloody entry fee for
Non-lesson.
Wow.
But we made it to the second round, but then got knocked out. But but one of the cool things about it, we got offered a bunch of gigs at universities. So this is what I was telling you about.
Oh, here we go.
I was it's this tiny little stage in like UWA campus, and we're a metal band. This is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No one wants to hear what we've got to offer. Right? These are all just like uni students, and so we're jam packed on this little stage. And I mean, as metal bands go, there's normally a good minute musical intro,
Right.
and I don't know. I'm screaming in this band, like I've got no instrument to hide behind at the time. So I was doing the old Jim Morrison thing, just had my back to the crowd, just like head banging away. And then it got to my cue to turn around and sing, and I've turned around and just fallen straight off the stage, pulled one of the foldback speakers down with me. And I'm just going, oh, this is so bad. And then, get the fallback speaker back on, like jump up. I could just see Cavian in the background from Eskimo Joe, just like shaking his head. And I go, oh no. So
Hey, Cav from Eskimo Joe, if you're watching this, man, I want to hear your side of the story of this. Hopefully you remember it, dude.
He was laughing his butt off.
I've played that little uni stage.
Yeah, it's
tiny.
It's tiny, all right.
Like one little step, and it's just.
Yeah.
No, you're done.
And you're off. You fall off.
Literally. I actually, I refuse to stand. I was still on the ground. Because
Yeah.
I was going to do something bad to myself or somebody in the band, but
I'm lucky I didn't break my neck then. So.
Come on. I like that you can
Touch
joke
wood.
around about it. But I was going to talk about competitions
Yeah. So
and breakneck studio.
you've come to us with this amazing opportunity for a musician here in Perth.
Yep.
So as we were just discussing, you've got Breakneck Studios.
Yep.
And you would like to offer what exactly?
Well, I thought if anyone out, because I mean the whole point of this podcast is to get everything more noticed and
Exactly right.
And, so it's basically what I wanted to aim it towards was like anyone up and coming who haven't had that studio experience yet, or don't have access to a door or don't have any recording experience that are trying to get out there and try and get a little bit of a leg up or a break. So I thought if they send in entries and you guys can choose the winner, and I'll produce it and record for free.
Firstly, I was going to ask, how many songs? One track? It's one track, right?
Yeah, just one track.
Yes.
Yeah.
One
Okay.
track, one
Because
song.
I don't want people to think that there's going to be like a whole album or anything like that.
No, just it'll be one track.
Are we focusing on solo musicians? Can we offer bands?
Well, it's because it's a small studio. It's more set up for like a solo. But I mean, I'm not set up to record drums, but I do have a decent electric drum
So
kit,
probably not acoustic drums, but you can use electric drums.
Yeah, I've got electric drums there. Yeah,
that still works. That's 2024. I don't know a band that's not using electric drums at one point.
Right.
It's double kick. Like a
sick.
proper.
So it's a Roland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, mate. I think that's bloody amazing what you are offering.
Incredible.
Studio time, guys.
Yeah,
like
it's expensive.
to record an entire single from start to finish.
Yep.
So like mixing, mastering,
I'll give the full
the whole shebang.
Wow.
Wow.
That is so kind of you.
So you
drums
just need to
at
do
all.
like a video entry essentially to
How
us,
would you like entries?
I don't mind. I was thinking you guys could decide that because you guys are going to choose. So like, however you guys want to do it.
You're going to put the pressure on us?
Yeah, look, I don't know, because there's 3 of us. Like, we might all have different opinions.
But you know what? This could be really great because we all come from like similar but different musical backgrounds.
Yeah.
And you're exactly right, Chris. This is what the podcast is about. It's about upcomers. It's about newbies, and it's also about the ones that have been around in Perth.
Yeah.
I think this is great, man. Like, I'd love to see a band, like record their first ever single.
Or solo artist, or duo.
Or solo artist.
Not just a band,
And we
right?
can be a part of that.
And I'm going to try and not be biased at all. It's,
That's what I was worried about. I was like, there's no bias.
Don't worry, I'm eclectic as heck, so I love everything.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
Yeah.
We could create a poll on like Facebook stories or whatever, or a post.
So give
get
it
it
back
out
to the
there.
public.
Yeah.
that's
So
right.
you know what, we'll get the public to vote on this. I'm getting the nod from Peter.
Yeah,
here.
it's definitely a good
He's
idea
loving
because
this.
then it takes the pressure off us as individuals, so
That's
people
right.
won't hate on us, which
So
will be
we-
amazing.
Well, maybe you guys could like narrow it down to like like the
That's a
couple
good
of
Yes.
songs.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can
So
do
you know
that.
what? I finally remembered our email. It is localmusicperth@gmail.com. So if you would like to submit your entry, please send it to us. It's going to be viewed. Every single video will be viewed, like
Yeah.
video or whether it's just
Submission.
a submission, a photo of you. Tell us your backstory. You know, like, oh, you might be 16 years old. You're interested in music. You want to get into rock and roll, but you don't have the money for it. Let's do it.
But thank you, mate. Thank you so much for coming out.
Oh, my
Yeah,
pleasure, guys.
it's been so
Yeah.
amazing to
It's
hear your
fantastic.
story. Like,
Been an honour
amazing.
to
Thanks for
have
having
you,
me, guys.
Chris. And just a reminder to everyone that's watching at home, Chris Roe, Breakneck Studios, he is offering an amazing prize in this competition. He wants to see a newbie come record an entire single, mixed, mastered, produced, everything.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You might just be starting out on guitar. You might have a song written. You might be a band that can't afford to record your first single.
It's expensive.
Very.
And I tell you, man, like if I had this opportunity all those years ago, I would have been grasping this.
Jumping
Yeah,
at it.
absolutely.
And so you're south of the river?
Yeah, in Baldivis.
Yep. So you're in Baldivis. So, you know, like Perth
Just pack
is
a
Perth.
lunch, you'll be
Yeah.
right.
Man, take your drums on the train or take your guitar on the train, you know. Chris Roe,
things coming.
Breakneck Studios. Thank you so much for coming in, dude.
Thanks.
And yeah, big things coming, guys. Stay tuned.
See ya.
Bye.